Page 26. Cuckoo, Cheating by Nature, by Nick Davies. Chapter 2. How the Cuckoo Lays Her Egg. 2.1 The Cuckoo's Secret. Another summer's day, nearly 100 years ago. A vintage motor car draws up gently at the edge of a small patch of heathland in the Wyre Forest, Worcestershire, England. A well-dressed gentleman emerges from the driver's seat. He is wearing a flat tweed cap, tweed jacket and waistcoat with white shirt and tie, and his trousers are 8+4s, baggy knickerbockers with thick woolen socks up to his knees. Two other men get out, not quite so smart but still in clean white shirts, no tie, and jackets. They go round to the back of the car. An observer might expect them to bring out a hamper for a picnic. But what emerges from the luggage compartment is a surprise, a little hut, as tall as a man, made from bundles of twigs and heather, wrapped around a wicker frame. The trio walks slowly across the heath, the gentleman in the lead, peering intently at the ground, with the two men behind, carrying the twig hut. Suddenly, the gentleman stops and he points ahead with his walking stick. The two men lower the hut to the ground. It is in two halves, and they remove the top. The gentleman steps inside and is handed a little stool. The top is replaced, and after a few moments a hand appears from a gap in the twig wall and gives a friendly wave. A few adjustments to make sure the hut is secure, then the two men retreat, leaving the smart gentleman hidden inside. This is Pound Green Common, and we have been watching the start of a 12-minute silent black and white film, The Cuckoo's Secret, made in 1921. The smart gentleman is Edgar Chance, and the film celebrates his discovery of how the cuckoo lays her egg. This was one of the earliest wildlife films ever made, and it became the first of a celebrated series called A Secrets of Life. It was shown to great acclaim at packed picture houses across Britain and then in New York. The film is remarkable not only because it captures, for the very first time, a cuckoo laying in a host nest, but also because the cinematographer, Edward Hawkins, was a newsreel cameraman with no previous experience of wildlife filming. As Edgar Chance recalls in his 1940 book The Truth About the Cuckoo, when he met Hawkins for the first time at the train station. Hawkins told me with some appreciation of his responsibility that he had never seen a cuckoo in his life. I put him at ease by replying that all that mattered was his ability faithfully to film what he would see, and promising him that he would see what no one else had ever seen. As we watch the film, then, we can share Hawkins's excitement as he in turn sat with his camera in the twiggy bird hide on Pound Green Common, just a few meters from a meadow pipit nest, which was on the ground by a tuft of grass. First, we see the female cuckoo laying an egg. What is most astonishing about this is the speed she flies down to the pipit nest, lays her egg and departs, all within 8 seconds. Chance had been watching the cuckoo from the edge of the common, and as soon as she flew towards the nest, he alerted Hawkins in the hide with the blast of a whistle to ensure the camera was running to catch this sequence. 12 days later, as the caption on the film explains, the cuckoo egg has hatched and the cuckoo chick, naked and blind, finds itself sharing the nest with two newly hatched pipit chicks and one unhatched pipit egg. Next, we see the mother pipit brooding. Suddenly, she is pushed aside and from beneath her the cuckoo chick emerges, shuffling backwards and struggling to balance the pipit egg in between its wing stumps in a little hollow in the middle of its back. The cuckoo backs up to the rim of the nest and pushes the egg overboard, with a final flick of its wings. The mother pipit looks on, apparently unconcerned, while the cuckoo sinks back into the nest. After a while, the mother leaves on a foraging trip. While she is away, the cuckoo turns its attention to one of the young pipits. Now balancing this on its back, it works its way slowly up the side of the nest once more, pushing with its strong legs. It tries repeatedly to eject the pipit chick, but a writhing chick is harder to control than an egg, and a minute later it is still heaving away as the parent pipit returns. She ignores the commotion on the edge of the nest and instead feeds the other pipit chick with a caterpillar. The cuckoo, apparently exhausted, slides back into the nest, together with its load, and the mother sits on all 3 chicks once more to keep them warm. The mother leaves again. While she is away, the cuckoo chick, now recovered, quickly ejects the 2 pipits in turn, one by one. The pipit chicks writhe helplessly for a while on the ground just outside the nest, and when the parent pipit returns it feeds one of them with the caterpillar. But then it sits on the cuckoo chick inside the nest and pays no more attention to its own 2 young, still writhing just a few centimeters away over the rim. They slowly chill and are left to perish while the adult pipits tend the cuckoo, which has taken sole command of the nest. We watch the pipits working hard to feed the cuckoo, first as a growing nestling and then, after it leaves the nest, as an enormous fledgling. These sequences must have both astonished and shocked viewers. The film captions perhaps convey the public reaction at the time. They refer to the cuckoo as the feathered wrecker of homes, who shirks the duties of a mother bird. What makes the film remarkable is the detective work necessary to catch the cuckoo laying her egg. Chance not only had to predict which pipit nest the cuckoo would choose, he had to know what day the female would lay, and at exactly what time, so he would be there to capture the drama in those crucial 8 seconds. How did he do it? Page 29.